Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, I'm King Nido, and today we're coming in from Eterna City where the Devons are hosting the Lentil Neos, and as they send out their starting lineup, let's have a look at that tail of the tape as these sides are sitting in 15th and 16th place respectively, having dropped off from what was a good start to the season for both sides. The Neos coming in having lost their last 3 games, whereas the Devons have actually won 2 in a row, and both these sides need this victory to try and keep their season alive. So with that said, let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win this matchup. Will it be the grass types? Will it be the delta types? Let's go!
3, 2, 1, go!
And it is going to be Serperior, joined by Meganium, starting out for the Devons as we get the head smash from Serperior onto Leafeon, getting some good connection there, even with that recoil damage. It is Leafeon joined by Sylveon, as Leafeon does respond with the knockoff, getting that critical hit as well, knocking off that Leopard Berry. That Serperior is holding, putting it into knockout range. Meganium with the Sludge Wave. This is going to be super effective, but it's super effective on everybody on the field, eliminating Serperior, but it does also take down Leafeon in the process. Sylveon is able to hold on, but takes massive damage in the process, allowing it to respond with the Whirlwind. It is going to send Meganium back to the bench, and out in its place, being dragged, is the Decidueye in its Alolan form, that Oak Medallion recipient, allowing it to come in that shiny form. As Meganium comes back out onto the field, it is going to be Jolteon coming out for the Lentil Neos, immediately going and setting up that Aqua Ring nice and early before it's even taken any damage, surrounding itself with that Veil of Water. But Meganium with the Mud Slap, choosing to still focus on Sylveon here, lowering that accuracy, and Decidueye is going to follow it up with the Feather Dance, focusing in onto Jolteon here, trying to lower that physical attack a great deal. However, it is more of a special attacker. The Liquidation though from Sylveon, getting some not very effective damage onto Meganium there. Jolteon is going to follow it up with the Absorb, also doing not very effective damage. Very little being done to Meganium there, as Meganium does respond with that Calm Mind, and as that calming sensation comes over it, it is going to boost those special stats, both that special attack and special defense. That special defense being base 100, as the Decidueye is going to go for the Withdraw. It is going to boost that physical defense here on the field, as Sylveon responds with a Mud Shot of its own, not very effective though, onto Decidueye. It is going to lower that speed in the process, as Jolteon goes for the Crunch. It should have gone for Decidueye, but instead goes for Meganium, as Meganium responds with the Blizzard. However, Jolteon is able to get out of the way. Sylveon not so fortunate, and it is going to respond by setting up that Burning Bulwark here. Decidueye needs to not go for physical damage onto Sylveon, as it does protect itself. We get the Shell Smash. It's boosted its defenses with the Withdraw, but it's actually going to cut down into that defense as well as the special defense. But in doing so, it's going to boost that physical and special defense, that physical and special attack a great deal, as well as boosting that speed, does the Decidueye. However, Jolteon still with speed control does go for the Guard Split, sharing the guard between itself and Meganium. Decidueye with that boosted speed does set up the Toxic Spikes on the side of the Lentil Neos. That entry has it nice and early for any incoming Neos, as Meganium follows it up by setting up the Light Screen on the side of the Eterna Devons, making them stronger against special moves. And Sylveon with that growth, everyone looking to boost those stats, boosting that physical attack as well as that special attack that's base 110, as Jolteon goes for the Electro Ball. This will be resisted by Meganium, tanking another hit, allowing Decidueye to go and set up the stockpile once again, boosting those defenses that were lowered, both the physical and special defense this time, getting that boost, setting itself up nice and well, as Meganium follows it up with the Sacred Fire onto Jolteon, getting some really good damage there, as well as Sylveon is going to go and thrash about, but it goes for Decidueye, facing straight through it thanks to that Ghost typing, and there is that Veil of Water finally coming into effect for Jolteon that's set up as soon as it entered this matchup, allowing it now to go for the Roost as well. It is going to get itself back to full strength. It doesn't want to be out here with any damage, it seems, as Decidueye is going to set up the Light Screen, but that is going to fail thanks to Meganium having already set one up. It should have waited a little bit before setting up another. The Swagger from Meganium onto Sylveon. It's going to boost that physical attack a great deal, but it is going to leave it in a confused state. They want Sylveon to take itself out of this match. And Sylveon needs to shake off this confusion before it does do damage to itself, but it's unsuccessful, putting itself into knockout range. It is such an easy target right now. However, Jolteon looking to save it, goes for the Mega Drain, being heavily resisted there by Decidueye, allowing Decidueye to respond with the Heat Wave, connecting with both members of the Neos, taking Sylveon out of this matchup, getting some good damage on Jolteon. The follow-up fake out from Meganium is going to fail, which is great for Jolteon, as it is going to get that health restored thanks to that veil of water that it is surrounded by, and it's now going to be joined by Umbreon coming out onto the field, and it is going to be poisoned thanks to those toxic spikes that were set up by Decidueye. Jolteon, however, with the Hyper Voice, this is not going to work on Decidueye. It doesn't actually do a great deal of damage to Meganium either, and we get the Power Trick now from Decidueye. It is going to switch its attack and defense, and that attack was boosted a great deal earlier as well. The Hydro Steam from Meganium onto Umbreon, who I have to remember to not call Espeon here, and it is going to go with the Tail Slap, but once again, they've gone for Decidueye. That Ghost typing coming into play. It needs to capitalize on its part Dark typing as that health is restored for Jolteon. Umbreon is going to be losing the health thanks to that poisoning. And that light screen does now wear off for the Eterna Devons, as Jolteon is going to go for the Dragon Cheer. This could be critical, looking to help out Umbreon. It is going to be here on the field, getting pumped, but it needs to capitalize on it and go on the offensive before Decidueye, though, is going to go with that Speed Swap, which I'm sure Umbreon would actually potentially appreciate. However, Decidueye should keep those boosted speed stats. The Aqua Step here from Meganium onto Jolteon, getting some good damage there, as there's a speed boost for Meganium as well. Umbreon with the Power Gem finally going to be able to land some damage onto Decidueye, getting some good chip damage there. As Jolteon continuing to have its health restored, Umbreon continuing to have its health chipped away at thanks to that poisoning, and Meganium with the speed control goes for the Horn Drill, but that is going to be avoided by Umbreon. Jolteon looking to capitalize, goes for the Poison Tail. This will be super effective onto Meganium, but still it's tanking these hits so well, allowing Decidueye to go for the high jump kick to eliminate Jolteon from this matchup, and that would have been super effective on Umbreon, but it's still got an elimination as Umbreon responds with the Toxic, but that's going to be avoided by Decidueye, hoping to poison it as it knows how that feels. Umbreon taking that damage there, as it is going to be joined by Ditto here, also landing in those toxic spikes. So now it has that poison status condition to contend with, but with that imposter ability, it is now going to be Meganium. But not only has it just taken the form of Meganium, it is the Terrestrial Drafty for the Lental Neos, as expected for this side, and it takes on that Stellar Terra typing, see if it can capitalize and go on the advantage, and see if it can make use of these multitude of types that it has access to. It's got that speed control, goes for the Spore, but that is not going to work on the grass types. That is not a good start. This allows Meganium, the real Meganium, to go and lay the smackdown on the imposter, getting some good damage. Decidueye follows it up with the Confusion. They want to get this Stellar Terra typing off the field, as Umbreon with the lunge going for Meganium, and it gets the elimination with that super effective move. The Lental Neos needed to get that one on the board, as they seem to be at a bit of a stall with the Devons here, as that poisoning chipping away at the health of both Ditto, who looks like a Meganium, and Umbreon here, feeling those effects. It is going to be Go-Go coming out for the Eterna Devons, but Meganium, not the real one though. This is that Ditto going for the Aurora Beam, capitalizing on that Ice typing, but Decidueye is able to hang on by a thread. Decidueye looking to respond, it goes for the Teleport. It's had enough, it's going to go back to the bench. They want those points to the Eterna Devons, sending out Sceptile in its place. Umbreon though with the Cotton Spore, however, that is not going to work on the grass types. They are immune, and this allows Go-Go to try and capitalize. It goes for the scratch onto Ditto, getting some good damage there. Sceptile could finish it off if that poisoning doesn't, as it puts it into knockout range, and Umbreon also should be put into knockout range thanks to that poisoning. The Lental Neos has such easy targets right now, but Ditto is going to go for the reversal, yet again capitalizing on that Stellar Terra typing, going for Go-Go, getting in some great damage there as well, but Sceptile is going to respond with the strength to take Umbreon out of this matchup. Go-Go with a huge opportunity here. It can complete the huge play, goes with the Spirit Shackle, taking inspiration from Decidueye to get the elimination and complete the huge play. There is only one Pokemon remaining for the Lental Neos, and it has 4 of the Eterna Devons to contend with here. And it is going to be Espeon coming out for the Lental Neos, again having to deal with that poison status condition thanks to those toxic spikes. Sceptile with the speed advantage goes immediately on the offensive with a Sacred Fire, getting massive damage there as well, but Espeon is going to respond with the Fairy Lock. This is not what it needs to be doing, trying to make it so no one can run away during the next turn, but no one's running away from these matchups, and Go-Go with the Acid Spray, getting some good chip damage there on to Espeon, also lowering its special defense in the process as that poisoning is chipping away. It is only a matter of time, but Sceptile could finish it here, going for the payday, looking to make that money, and the Eterna Devons do in fantastic fashion, running away with it here over the Lanturneros, who just seemed unable to get it together in this matchup, whereas the Eterna Devons have gotten their third win in a row, and in doing so have moved themselves up to 11th place on the leaderboard. They're looking to make their debut in Victory Road as next round. They have a massive contest against the Ula Macros, whereas for the Neos, they have to deal with that poisoning yet again as they go up against the Verbank Plasma. But until then, Nidorino's, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.